Improved technology has seen indoor training become far more immersive, interactive and stimulating. And as part of our series looking at the latest indoor training options with Elite, today we're going to take a look at RGT Cycling. RGT Cycling is a virtual reality cycling app that allows you to ride virtual courses based on real places. For example, the Stelvio Pass in Italy or Cap Formentor in Mallorca. Now, in this video, we're going to tell you all about it, all the features of RGT Cycling and how you can use it yourself. But before we do, be sure to subscribe to GCN if you haven't already, and also click the bell icon to get notifications. You know the drill, it helps support the channel. Indoor training used to be a horrific ordeal. For many of us, it typically involved struggling to breathe while sweating profusely and trying not to die from boredom as you stared mind-numbingly at your garage door. Well, fortunately, those days are well and truly over. So as mentioned, RGT Cycling is a virtual reality app that allows you to ride courses based on real places, like the Stelvio Pass, which I'm on right now. Now, the Stelvio Pass, it's an absolute bucket list destination for any discerning cyclist. So the ability to ride it virtually in the comfort of your own home, well, it's pretty amazing. Especially when you pair it with a smart turbo trainer like this Tuo from Elite. The resistance can automatically adjust depending on the gradient of the road that's before you. The great thing about this is, well, I mean, it looks amazing on screen. And were you to actually make your pilgrimage and visit the Stelvio Pass, you could use this as an amazing way to train to be able to ride up it. But even if you're not doing that, it's just more stimulating than looking at the aforementioned garage door. You can see also I've got all my metrics and data up on screen as well, more on that in a minute. But at the time of making this video, there are currently 8 virtual courses you can ride, including Pienza in Italy, the Paterberg, the Stelvio we've got here, and also Cap Formentor in Mallorca, one of the most beautiful roads in the world, one I've ridden in real life many times and commonly referred to as the Lighthouse Road. So I think we're going to boot that one up and have a look. So here we are on the beach road at Porta Palense, and I think it's a testament to the graphics that anyone that's been here, I'm confident they will instantly recognise this place. It's amazing how close it looks to real life. And on screen there you can see my avatar pedalling away. Now your avatar is customisable. At the moment you've got a choice between Ridley, BMC and 8-bar bikes, and there's a variety of clothing options as well. At this stage the options are fairly limited, but this is something that's, you know, likely to grow in the future. It's early days for the app. You can also change the camera angle. So we've got this kind of third-person view at the moment, but using the app on the phone, I'm just going to switch this up so we can go to a first-person view. If that's your bag, I'm going to switch to the moto camera, which is to simulate if, like, I don't know, you had a motorbike with you and it was sort of filming you from various angles, a bit like in a race. And then we can switch to the drone camera, which is pretty cool. There we go. So it's like a drone following you. Quite like that one. We've got a race camera as well, which kind of is static cameras placed around all over the place. So here I am approaching it. So one of the cool things about this is, well, it looks just like the road in real life to Cap Formentor, but it has the advantage that there's no cars. The physics in RGT Cycling is really quite interesting. So there's a simulated braking feature which acts to automatically slow you down around corners and when descending. And at the moment it's not set up to any actual sort of hardware, so you can't pull your brake levers and it slows you down in the app. But in future, it is conceivable that this could be something that could be developed and integrated, especially with the next generation of smart bikes which had brake levers on that we saw at Eurobike last year. There's simulated drafting and collision avoidance as well. And according to RGT, the simulated drafting is really close to real life. And when coupled with the braking and the collision avoidance, it means that races play out much more like races in real life. And they say that it means that the tactics in a race are far more important. So positioning is really important for a sprint, or you need to get to the front when there's a big climb coming up and things like that. With the drafting, you can draft real players, but also bots as well. And a really cool feature is that when you do start drafting, a draft drop-off curve appears on the side in the top left corner, and it shows you in watts exactly how much you're saving, and it adjusts. So the faster you're going, the more you save, but also the closer you are to the rider in front, the more you save as well. I really like that. It's really cool. And another nuance that is of interest to people who like racing is that all the physics, it all happens on the server, which means that everyone playing the game sees the exact same thing on their screens. Within the app, you've got the option to do free rides on any of the 8 courses, like what I'm doing now on Cap Formentor. You can also do races, they're organised, if that's your thing as well. But if you want to ride on a different course, you can do. You can simply upload a GPX to the Magic Roads feature, and then that'll do the rest and create that GPX into a virtual world for you to ride in, complete with elevation changes. And then you can add up to 99 bots into that as well for you to ride with or against. So for an example of a magic road here, we've uploaded a GPX of La Planche de Belleville in France, a very famous climb that's used in the Tour de France quite a lot. You may remember Chris Froome winning a stage up there, and also recently Geraint Thomas gapping Julian Alaphilippe in there in last year's Tour. The Planche de Belleville literally translates as the plateau of pretty girls. Anyway, if you wanted to recon this climb, you doing it as part of your event, you can do. But if you'd prefer to do some structured workouts, some intervals, well, the app has that too, which are ideal if you want to target specific areas of your fitness, such as recovery. Recovery rides are my favorite. Or endurance, if you want to, target your endurance, or threshold workouts, or VO2 max workouts to give you some punch, or some anaerobic workouts to target your sprint. In addition, whole training plans devised by expert coaches are also available and can be integrated into the app via third-party apps such as Training Peaks. There's a whole host of plans available, so there's ones specifically for large 100-mile Grand Fondos or Sportives. There's also road race and criterium specific plans and time trial specific plans as well, and cyclocross as well, depending on the demands of the event that you're targeting. Pretty cool as well. I've just had a look on the app at up and coming workouts, and I've actually had a workout that's automatically come into the app that's what my coach has set me on Training Peaks for today. Standing starts. Yum. Well, you're going to need a turbo trainer, direct drive one, or a wheel-on one like this Elite Duo. You're next going to need some kind of power measurement, so that can either be built into the turbo trainer itself or separately on your bike, such as my Quark I've got here. But an important thing to point out is that you can't just have a non-smart turbo and a speed sensor as you can on some other apps. That won't work here. You do need some kind of power measurement. And to get the most immersive experience out of the app, I would recommend a smart trainer, because they adjust the resistance automatically depending on the gradients that come before you in the app, and it just makes it much more fun. Next, you'll need 2 apps, a mobile app, which is either iOS or Android, and then a separate screen app, which can be Apple TV, iPad, Windows 10 or iOS. So you download the mobile app from the App Store and register, and then download the screen app as well. Start up both apps and then follow the on-screen instructions to set it up. And then it'll ask you to connect your sensors. Once you've done that the first time, they connect automatically for the next time. Perhaps the best news about RGT Cycling is that to access many of the features, is completely free. So if you want to ride the Stelvio virtually or for Mentor like I've done in this video, then you can do. It doesn't cost you anything. However, to access all of the features, so things like structured workouts and the magic roads, there's an additional $15 a month subscription. I hope you've enjoyed this look at RGT Cycling and found it informative. And if you have, then please give this video a thumbs up. And why not try it yourself? I know I sound like Neil Buchanan from Art Attack, but it is free, so give it a go. And if you've got any questions about the app, let us know in the comments and we'll aim to answer them. And for another video on indoor training, click down here.